Andy Connor and Patrick Durning hope to make it to day 2. They end the first day third in Class 2, but reaching Park Ferme, they deem the damage too bad to continue, pulling out of the event.
What happened earlier, did you? Cut out?
The battle of the escorts continued as Paul Barrett extends his lead in Class 11 and places second two-wheel drive car after day 1. Cahill Rogers takes that position, top two-wheel drive, second in Class 12 and lies just shy of the overall top 20 after the opening day of competition. Seamus Leonard and Paul McLaughlin pressure for the Group N lead once again in the final stage of the day, taking fastest in Group N, ending day 1 second in Group N and 11th overall. Roy White and Greg Shinners concede a second and a half of their lead, but maintain the top spot in the Group N leaderboard and end the day 10th overall. They're just adrift to Tim McNulty. Tim concedes 8th in the final stage of the day, with a Pierce Construction car slipping back to 9th after the final St Angelo test, making way for Gareth Jones. The spectacular Welshman continues to impress, 6th fastest in the last stage of the day, placing 8th overnight. 0.3 of a second off the Kumo car, Patter Hurson and Ian Porter end their settlement into their new Subaru, taking 7th on the rally leaderboard going into day 2. With pressure coming from Patter in stage 6, Morris fought back in the final stage of the day, 5th fastest through St Angelo 3, securing 6th overnight. Andrew Nesbitt is 3rd fastest through the 1.7 miles, now 35 seconds off the rally lead, taking 5th position after day 1. Eamon Boland stays ahead of Andrew at the end of the first day, going half a second quicker through St Angelo to maintain 4th place, but comes dangerously close to 3rd. Austin loses time in stage 7 and 9 seconds to Eamon, which leaves the two cars separated by a mere 0.4 of a second going into Easter Sunday. Capitalising on Austin's problems, Eugene Donnelly and Paul Kiley leapfrog the newer Subaru to move into 2nd place in what is the oldest car in the top 7. But among the newest car, Derek tops the timesheets in St Angelo in the 7th and final stage on Saturday to hold almost 26 seconds in hand after the opening leg.
Yeah, well, earlier on the day was quite good, but the last two road stages there weren't so good. The last stage there we spun on a downhill square left with a lot of gravel and wedged between two banks and probably dropped 20 seconds.
Right, Austin, I don't want to hold you up very quickly. Just take us through the day, how you've been getting on, any problems or any stories?
Get to know the car an awful lot more. The car is getting more competitive, with a few changes made, but we're lying second in the minute and we're happy enough with that.
No stories, you're getting on to okay, you're feeling confident?
Yeah, it's a big improvement on the Toyota. The tyres are working very well, so we're heading in the right direction for the southern stages tomorrow.
Good stuff.
We had a few problems at the start, but nothing major. Just my fault making the wrong decisions on certain things. We've had the last 2 stages have been brilliant for us. We've got the right tyres, we've just got the thing going a wee bit better for ourselves, you know. But no, I'm very happy with the day, extremely happy, delighted to be where we are, you know.
You'll be looking forward to tomorrow?
Yeah. Look forward to every day.
So after day 1, Derek McGarty is 25.5 seconds up on Eugene Donnelly, who's now up to 2nd. Austin McHale slips to 3rd, just ahead of Eamon Boland, with Andrew Nesbitt ending the day in 5th place. Day 2, Easter Sunday sees the event move south. The opening stage of the day in Lochbow greets the 101 starters in day 2. Stage 9 is Arigna, 12.4 miles of mountainous terrain. These 2 stages will be repeated once again, as will the next 2. And we go east of Loch Allen to stage 12, Owenmore River. The only complete stage to have been used last year, the 5.7 miles, precedes Yellow Rivers. The middle third of this stage was used in 2002, with a new start and finish, bringing Easter Sunday to a close. Embracing the early morning sunshine, Andrew Nesbitt attacks the first stage of the day, posting 2nd fastest time and is now up into 2nd place. Derek picks up where he left off on day 1. Fastest on Lochbow, the ex-Tommy Mackinnon car holds firm at the top of the rally leaderboard. But Austin McHale will be the first casualty of Andrew Nesbitt's climb into the top 2. Making way for Andrew, they retain their 3rd place with a faster time than Eugene. Incurring a penalty at the start of the day, Eugene isn't at 100%, posting 4th fastest on this stage, conceding 2nd place to Andrew and slips back to 5th. Eamon Boland takes advantage of Eugene's trouble, moving up into the top 4 once again on the Lockbow test, now just 4 seconds from the top 3. Gareth Jones was also in ascendancy in the first of the Sunday stages. Peter Herson doesn't start the second day, paving the way for the Kumo car to slot into 7th. Tim McNulty followed the young Welshman up the leaderboard. Just over a second adrift in the stage, they are back up at the 8th place, 1 second adrift of Gareth after 8 stages. In Group N, Roy White was looking unstoppable. Fastest once again, the Evo 7 adds 6 seconds to the Group N lead, which now stands at 25 seconds. Seamus Leonard would like to eat into those 25 seconds, but unable to catch Roy in the first stage of the day, their Subaru remains second in Group N. Dickie Curran takes time from Seamus, 3rd fastest in Loch Allen, moving up the order to now lie 3rd in Group N, and are 1.5 seconds off the top 10 overall, 11th after 8 stages. Son Michael would settle into the second day. The Evo 6 was a consistent pace, steadily making progress on the rally leaderboard, now 9th in Group N. Just behind Michael on the overall leaderboard, Cathal Rogers and John McElhinney took charge of Class 12 and now round off the overall top 20. With Andrew moving up into 2nd place, we now see the difference between him and Derek on this first stage on Sunday morning. It's hard to separate the 2 cars over this fast section of Lochbow. Derek is just ahead as they break down for this right-hander. With a short sprint to the next corner, we see Andrew is pressured and pushing hard, sliding wide in this left-hander. Derek is more relaxed and with a tidy run would make up 1.3 seconds over less than a mile. Stage 9. Andrew's penalty was no longer an issue in the fight for the front. Derek is fastest once again in the second stage of the day, extending his lead to 56 seconds. The number 7 isn't proving as lucky as last year as Andrew hits trouble in stage 9. Losing power, the Subaru loses over half a minute to Derek, dropping back to 3rd. Eugene took full advantage. The EnviroCare car was back in the pipe in the Arigna test, taking 2nd quickest, making their way back up to 4th. Austin McHale would also benefit. 2 seconds off Eugene on the stage, they stay ahead of the Kumo Shod Subaru, but incurring 40 seconds of penalties drops them from 3rd to 5th, allowing Eamon Boland into the top 3. Capitalising on Austin's penalty, the Wexford man takes Austin's 2nd place, 15 seconds clear of Andrew Nesbitt. The second Sunday stage would also trouble Morris Gas. A costly spin in the final mile of the test cost the Emo car almost a minute, but they hang on to 6th place. But closing the gap was Tim McNulty. Tim would also concede time in this stage, but capitalising on Morris's spin, moves up into 7th. Also moving up the ranks were Roy White and Greg Shinners. The Group N leaders defend their advantage, ascending into 8th overall behind Tim McNulty. Dickie Curran and Anthony Donnelly make up time in the Group N leader, taking 2 seconds from Roy. They're up into 2nd in Group N and 9th overall. And they're now just ahead of Sean Gallagher. His drive in the Evo 7 is paying dividends in day 2, taking fastest in Group N, moving up to 3rd behind Dickie Curran and in the overall top 10. Reggie Britton and Marshall Clark were now in the lead of Class 11, now lying 3rd two-wheel drive car after the 2nd of the Sunday stages.